Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Today we're going to find out who wears the crown, the blended American blended whiskey crown. Okay, look, King Square has been tricking me up. I'm not going to sit here and say it tastes fabulous because it does not, but I have been getting it wrong up against other American blended whiskeys. Generally, I haven't been getting it right. But I think it's going to be defeated today by Seagram 7 Crown. Seagram 7 Crown was introduced in 1934. These are both aged at least 4 years. Now, the King Square is bottled in Florida. I don't know where it's distilled. It doesn't say. It just says blended whiskey. Could be coming from Midwest Grain Products of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Look how pale it is. Straw. This is what it looks like, I think, when you don't add caramel color. This is a brown bottle, so you can't tell. The embossed, fancy kind of Seagram's 7 Crown bottle from Diageo. Now, there used to be a Seagram 7 Crown and a Seagram's 5 Crown. The 7 Crown was like 86 proof, and the 5 Crown was 80 proof. I'm sorry. It looks like at some point the 5 Crown was discontinued and it became the 7 Crown. You know what I mean? They converted the 7 Crown to the 5 Crown cheaper recipe because the old 7 Crown was a higher percentage of straight whiskeys. Now, well, that was long before my time of drinking or even being alive. Well, now today it's 75% grain neutral spirits and 25% straight whiskey. 75 grain neutral spirits to 25. That's the ratio, 75-25. A blend of distinctive character. And this is for sure from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, because that's where the Seagram's distillery is. Well, Seagram's used to be an independent company, but their assets were shed in 2000. Okay. 75-25. Blended and bottled by the 7 Crown Distilling Company, Norwalk, Connecticut. That's the headquarters, okay? But that's not the distillery. Although there could be a bottling plant there. I really don't know Diageo's internal operations. I see there's a cinnamon version around. There's the apple. I've never tried those liqueur whiskeys. I don't really have any interest in trying those. Well, you go to any bar in America, you'll see the Seagram 7 Crown, I guess, any restaurant. That's what they use for their whiskey blends, their whiskey highballs. I see that Mathern's has this bottle on sale for $11.99. So that's usually what you'll pay, $12, $13, $14. Yeah, about $12. I say $12. Let's say $12. $13. Okay, $12 or $13. For the 750. Now, King Square, I bought this in the Woodlands, Texas for $5.99. It might have been $6.99, but I'm pretty sure it was $5.99 because I don't think I would have passed it over for $6.99. It just looks so homely with its plain Jane bottle and strange light appearance. But I think for $5.99, I thought this is too peculiar not to pick up. Plus, it had this strange ratio, 27.5 to 72.5. 27.5% straight whiskey. So this one actually has a higher percentage of straight whiskey, slightly higher. But look at the appearance. Oh my gosh. Straw, looks like corn liquor, which is exactly what it is. And then amber. Do they have caramel color added to the Seagrams? I really don't know. It's possible. How long is it aged? I don't know. They're both at least 4 years. So is the 7 Crown going to really be worth twice the price? Because you're looking at twice the price. Probably. Well, I don't know. Will it really be worth twice the price? If you're mixing it with 7-Up or Diet Dr. Pepper, I don't know why on earth you would not buy just the cheapest stuff you could get your hands on. Because if you're paying a lot for a good whiskey and you're going to mask it with high fructose corn syrup concoction, I would consider it junk. I mean, you'd say, and people are going to mix it with that, and because they want the alcohol, the 80 proof, just shoot low. Get the cheapest of the cheap, because you're not going to enhance anything. Now, if you're making a really good cocktail, a really good highball with high quality ingredients, and you're not mixing it with Coke or RC Cola or Fanta or whatever people mix it, yeah, then yeah, okay, fine. Get the 7 Crown. That's what I would get, even if I was using good highball ingredients, because you're still going to mask any kind of intricate flavors. I don't understand people buying a high grade bourbon and they're, sugarizing it, I don't know. I don't understand the whole highball culture. See, the tales of the cocktail don't grab my attention, but I'm not here to disparage that. There's a whole world of cocktails and mixed drinks, and people are really into that and they love it. And who am I to say you shouldn't do it? I can't say that. That would be crazy. Some people can't stand to drink whiskey neat. It's a personal preference issue, really. It's not a quality control issue or a quality issue. Now, it's a preference. Now, when you get into each whiskey on its own, or each brandy on its own, or each gin on its own, yeah, then you can really evaluate them quality to quality. But you should be doing it neat, I think, because then you start losing controls. There's too many variables. That's the way I see it. Am I expecting a whole lot here this morning? Not really. It's still dark. Not really, no. But I am expecting 7 Crown to whip the King Square and put it in its place. If I'm wrong today, I'll be totally shocked. I can't look. I have to keep my eyes closed because this super pale whiskey compared to the amber, it would just be too apparent. But I think the 7 Crown is going to be much more wood oriented. That's where the difference is going to be. The quality is going to be better, and there's going to be a lot more wood. I think they're using pretty thick charred bourbon barrels, but here we go. Maybe they're using redemption barrels. I don't know. Okay. King Square, 7 Crown. That's it. Aroma only. There's no way. No way. No way. No way. This is where the rubber hits the road. I mean, this is a joke. Here you're getting like a sweet, syrupy, odd, candy corn thing. Yikes. Almost like if you were buying candy corn for somebody, but you were too cheap to buy good quality candy corn. So I'm not buying Brock's. I'm buying Best Choice. I'm buying Surefine candy corn. I'm buying Great Value candy corn. Okay. Now here's something that smells like actual, whiskey instead of some product concoction. We're getting caramel, vanilla, wood, the aroma generally associated with whiskey. There's a depth here. There's not that here. But it's strange because this has gone toe-to-toe and has defeated most of the American blended whiskeys I put it up against. That's an indictment against them. The Albertsons blended, which I never see anymore. I think they got rid of it. They just replaced it with what's the name of that stuff? I'll think of it. The 75 South to go across the board with their chains, Jewel Osco, Super Value. But it's so, I saw it. Well, the price went up. It's no longer $5.99. They had it for $6.49. I said, "Ooh, $6.49." Beams 8-star. Barton. Heaven Hill, Kentucky blended. Oh, man. Ancient Age preferred, all that stuff. All that stuff. It's right in the same wheelhouse here. You say, but that's the world in which it exists. I understand. I don't want to be in that world. Yeah. Oh, no. Wood. Charred oak. Nice. Candy corn. Not nice. Odd melon aromas. No. No. Okay, taste time. Oh, for what it's worth, I'm telling you already, this is Seagram's. That's King Square. But we'll taste it just to do it. It is a taste challenge after all. The taste is better than the aroma. I didn't say the taste was good. It's just better than the aroma. There is some wood though, honestly. There's some wood. Some orange peel. You know, it isn't really a flavor generally associated with whiskey. It's a flavor generally associated with, I don't know what, corn, distillate, water. It's like, yeah, you could taste. They took almost 200 proof, 190% alcohol. They cut it with water, and you can taste all that. It's very, very, it's like compartmentalized. It's clunky. I mean, I'm saying all this so then people are like, well, I'm going to try it. You're telling me it's no good, and I'd buy it if I saw it for $5.99 just to see what it's like. I would buy it for that because a lot of people will taste whiskeys. You know, I watch their reviews and they'll say, Jack Daniel, that's trash. I was like, no, you don't know what trash is. You ever tried some of the stuff? And then I'll name brands. I'll name some brands, and they're like, I never heard of that. I say, that's what you need to try, okay? Or they'll say, you know, beer. Budweiser. Oh, that's garbage. Budweiser. Oh, no. The worst, the worst. I say, and then I'll say, apparently you've never tried the Camo line. Well, what's that? I say, try it. Try Earthquake. Try Dog Bite. Try Axe Head. Try 40 Street Legal. Then you're going to find out what real trash is. That'll make you think Budweiser is not bad. Actually, you might start liking Budweiser. So you have to have the right reference point. People are saying, well, I drank Budweiser and it's nothing like West Flatirron 12. It's nothing like St. Bernardus Abbot 12. It's nothing like Chimay Premier Grand Reserve. Well, that's right. So let's get a little perspective on the case, okay? On the case that they gave me. Okay, I'm going to taste this now. Get out of here, King Square. A king, a crown. No. This wears the crown. This has 7 stars of the menorah. Well, you know, we don't get into all of that. There's so much wood, so much charred oak, so much whiskey flavor, like what you think of with whiskey, like an actual whiskey with the vanilla and the just that flavor generally associated with whiskey. It's almost like this is the prototype that the United States government uses to define what actual blended whiskey should taste like. It's almost like the people at the Tax and Trade Bureau at the Department of I don't know what department it is. Trade, Commerce, I don't know. Agriculture, maybe. I don't know. They're always switching them around anyway. The the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Tobacco Farms. It's like they sat down and said, this is what it's supposed. They use Seagrams as their baseline, you know, and they said, okay, here's Seagram 7 Crown. This is what American blended whiskey should be. This is the prototype. Now the rest, they'll either be above or below it. And I really think that's true. It even seems to match the description that they give it. So the other stuff I talked about, that's $5, $6, $7 a bottle. That's what you buy when you don't have the guts to be what you want to be. Okay. I mean, there's so much wood and char and character. actual character. I really think if you went into Diageo and you offered some of these things I've been looking at, somebody might charge at you with a knife. They definitely, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but they would definitely remove you from the premises. I mean, you'd be escorted out. They'd say, no, 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 get him out. Get him out. He's mad. That will not come from the house of Diageo. Not that. No. Send him to Heaven Hill. To Sazerac. There's just some things that don't belong in other places. Like you go to a Mets game and somebody hits a home run from like the Marlins, guy hits a home run, and then one of the fans catches it and tries to throw it back on the field. Hey, you know what? Take that back to Wrigley. Take that to Wrigley. That doesn't belong at Citi Field, okay? Don't try to appropriate or import Wrigley Field stupidity. You might say, you act like you hate that tradition of throwing it back. Throw it back. I actually do hate that tradition. It's a stupid tradition. It's like the ball is a neutral object. You know what I mean? It's a ball. It was bought in a pack. But somehow, since the opposing team hit the home run, it's tainted. It's like it's evil. Now the ball takes on an evil. It's like, I don't want that ball. I'm throwing it back. That, to me, betrays a losing mentality. It's like your mind has been deranged from years of losing. Like that's the college frat boy nachos and cheese bleachers boorish culture. That's right. You're going to pull a guy's cap off when he goes out to catch a fly ball. Then you wonder why the team jumps in the stands and beats you, or you know what? The Dodgers beat you down. So I don't favor that, nor do I sit in the bleachers if I go to Wrigley Field. I made that mistake at Yankee Stadium, sitting in the bleachers. Well, it was interesting. I did it twice. You say they're worse than the Wrigley Field fans. They might be. They might be. I have no respect for either one. No, the White Sox fans don't do that. They just fight with each other in the stands. I noticed they fight with each other. Interesting concept. Oh, well. You say that's a very bizarre analogy to use Major League Baseball bleacher seating area to compare Seagram 7 Crown to other cheaper blended whiskeys, but I think it's a good analogy. Okay, so here we go. Here's the reveal. Oh, yeah, obviously. Very quite obviously. So I knew this would be the case that they gave me. I said this days ago that the 7 Crown would destroy, annihilate, obliterate, not to mention defeat. It has done it across the board. Everybody's come up, gotten into the ring, and, you know, it's a TKO because they cannot handle it. Brixlin 1970, Brixlin's 1970. Ron, you're so hammered. Go to bed. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. You're killing me, Smalls. Hey, you know what? Hammered. I drank 3 cups of coffee this morning. This is it. This is all the liquor I've had. I mean, let's be realistic. Let's be a reality show. I mean, you know, I have a lot of drinking lined up for today, for scientific purposes, obviously, but we are just at the beginning, people. Just at the beginning. John Anili says, "Good morning, Ron. I enjoyed the Seagram 7 Crown. I figured it would win." Oh yeah. Oh, I'd have put money on that. I'd have laid down some cash because this. Let's just give it a little follow up, and then we'll shut this off, and I'll go on to walking half a mile with a jacket. Can you believe it's 53 degrees? Can you believe this coffee pale ale today? Actually, I reviewed it, and I plan to post that video tomorrow. I have another bottle left if you want to examine it. I have another bottle left of the Boston Lager if you want to examine it. I cannot do the pumpkin because I need to do a solo review since it's a separate recipe, apparently. The black lager I will examine with you because I have 2 bottles. I'll do a revisit of that, and then we can examine it. It's up to you, and we can do it on your channel, my channel, whoever's channel. It doesn't matter. Oh, this thing is so weird, waxy, bubblegum, confectionery sugar. Like, honestly, when you drink a whiskey, should it smell like confectioner's sugar? They might be using blending sherry, but I don't know what kind of sherry it is. Oh, no. Is it Christian Brothers cream sherry? It can't be, because Christian Brothers cream sherry actually tastes good, like it's worth buying. I would examine Christian Brothers cream sherry and their dry sherry. What is it? Dry sherry? Cocktail sherry? With you guys, but I don't think y'all can find the Christian Brothers cream sherry, dry sherry. You can find Sheffield. You can find Fairbanks. And guess what I bought Thursday? Ha ha ha, $4.99 a bottle. Ha ha ha. Although, ha ha on me. The laughs on me because I drove all the way to Baton Rouge and I didn't come back with too much. So it was kind of a fruitless trip. But I did find a lager beer from Cambodia and a lager beer from the Republic of India. So I would have never found those anywhere else except at Ben Q Liquors. They have the most bizarre items. But I couldn't find a liquor store on US Highway 61. I was very careless to check where it was located, so I was despondent. But that's okay. Anyway, but I went to Albertsons on College Drive at the corner of College Drive and Interstate 10. You know, on that eastbound side of the I-10, right off. I mean, just literally get off the interstate, and there's Albertsons. It hugs the service road. I mean, it hugs I-10. Oh wait, I don't even think there is a service road. That's how close it is. Like literally next to the interstate, because you just get off and take a right. There you go into their Albertsons liquor store. And I was wrong. You can't walk into the liquor store from you have to walk outside and go back in. I guess Baton Rouge is kind of strict, you know, kind of more of a Protestant, Methodist, Baptist than it is Catholic. So they're strict. You know, you can't sell any alcohol on Sunday till after 1 o'clock. I think the grocery stores no, I retract that, because Albertsons, they also, by the beer section, they just have liquor up and down the aisle. There's a liquor store, but then up and down the aisles, they have the same liquors on the shelf. Yeah. You can pull it off the shelf like a box of cereal. Yeah, so let me walk that back a little bit. But they still are stricter in Baton Rouge than New Orleans. Okay. But I bought the Crabari Marsala, Crabari Marsala. Let me repeat that. And I bought that for $4.99, Crabari Marsala. And so when James P. Madonna and you want to examine it, we can roll with that. I haven't had any Christian Brothers wine, but I love their brandy. Oh, yeah. No joke. Okay, so it is so corn distillate. It is so oddly sugar sweet and jarring. It is really jarring. You have to be a true drunk alcoholic to enjoy it. And I know some dedicated alcoholics that would never have drunk that. Never, 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 never. They had standards. Even I knew a guy I worked with. He died, 49 years old, drank himself to death. Horrible story. Grim, terrible, morbid, horrible, nightmarish, really. Terrible situation. But even in that horrendous situation, he wouldn't have never drunk that. He drank Crown Royal. Now, some people, I know that's a flashpoint whiskey, right? Some people say, Crown Royal. They reach for a weapon when I say Crown Royal. I understand some people hate Crown Royal. It's like the crucifix to the vampire, kind of like Jack Daniels, or if in the beer world, if you say Budweiser, people's eyes roll back in their head and they go into a seizure. But he was going to drink, if he was going to drink himself to death, which he did, he was going to do it with Crown Royal. He wasn't going to be caught with King Square. I mean, he had self-destructive standards. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible story, and I'm not joking about it. I'm just qualifying what I was saying, that an old drunk would drink King Square. And I'm saying I'm not sure an old drunk would drink King Square. I'm not sure about that. They would certainly like 7 Crown. I know I do. So what blended whiskey would I ever buy if I was looking to buy a blended whiskey? 7 Crown. What about the rest? Nope. Not even Beam's 8-star. Not even Beam's 8-star, which is probably the second most credible one. But it doesn't quite cut the mustard, sorry. Doesn't do it. Can't do it. Okay, so that wraps it up. Tomorrow we're going to move on to, you guessed it, Stedman Select. Oh. Versus Jack Daniels Old Number 7. I mean, Jack Daniels is going to kill it, of course, but we'll do it just to do it. Stedman Select on Tuesday versus Jack Daniels Number 7, the green label. That'll be another fiasco, I guess. I mean, I assume. Oh, then we'll do Stedman Select versus Kentucky Tavern. Well, that'll be a closer contest, you see. They're both aged 3 years. I still think the Kentucky Tavern is going to beat it. But that'll be a little more treacherous. That'll be a little more of a treacherous contest. That would be a little scary. When will that be? Thursday, I guess. And then maybe on Saturday, the first weekend in November, we'll do Stedman Select versus Old Crow. I don't see how it could beat Old Crow. I guess Old Crow's going to kill it, you know. Oh, I mean, Stedman Select's fine. I mean, I bought that huge, look like a gallon. It's not. It looks like it. That huge bottle, about a third of a gallon, I guess. But I can't see how it could hang with Old Crow. I just don't see that. I don't see how that could be possible. And then later, next year, it won't be till next year, more than likely. I got a bargain bottle. I got a great price, I think, of Old Forester, the standard 86 proof Old Forester. And then I'll put that into play against the other bourbons I've got. Oh, I think Old Forester is going to whip them all. Yeah, it's going to whip up on old Jack Daniels and all the rest, you know. Okay, I'll pick up a bottle soon. I think I can get the Krabari Marsala for $5.99. Okay. And that's a real man, Krabari. I can't remember his first name. He was an immigrant, I believe, from Sicily. I'm not sure. We can examine the coffee pale ale on my channel around 10 or so if you want. You mean 9 this morning? Let me think for a minute. Yeah, I could probably do that. I got to think, though. Hold on. Let me get back to you on that because I really need to. do another video review around 8. So I have to see. I have to see. Let's say provisional. I'm not sure. Not to blow you off or anything. It's a scheduling problem. Do you still have some speckled tail? No, I drank it all down. I got rid of it. It was good though. I enjoyed every last drop of it. Old Crow may be the best budget bourbon I've tried so far. Yeah, me too. I heard some people say bad things about Old Crow, but I'm not picking that up. I don't see the badness to it. I really don't. Oh, I love Old Forester, he says. Yeah, that's the original one I have. Yeah, I mean, $8.99 for a half, for a $3.75. I wasn't passing that up. No way. So there we go. That's the end. Enough's enough. Been on here 30 minutes. So that's it. Seagram 7 Crown, as predicted, destroys. Hey, look, I'm going to drink the King Square first. I got to get rid of this before. I can't follow Seagrams with this. I got to follow this with Seagrams. You know what I mean? Oh, no. It's almost like you can't resist it, though. It's so... Oh man, when I see these kind of atrocities in the store, I can't pass them up. And then I'll actually say good things about them in a solo setting. When you drink it on its own, it's not so bad. But when you start bringing it into play against other things, that's when all the eccentricities show up. Thank you for watching this video production.